Hi guys. I decided to do some practice on sort of real-time transposition of sets. And I will be using green and red sort of chips to mark which ones are sevens and non-7 results. So this is the idea, you know, if it's going to be a 7 result, it's going to be a red chip. If it's going to be a non-7 result, then we're going to have a green chip. Okay, so it's not very clear, but this is the 3236, which is the set that I'll be using. This is going to be the 3632, which is a cousin set, and I'll have to transpose the results. This is a kissing set, 1565, for example, and this is a 1551, which is a quarter turn kissing set again. This is hardware set, and this is the all 7 set. So I put them into their own families, but with their different kind of outcomes. There you go. Alright, so I'll be using a 3236 throughout this. And maybe I'll be quarter turning the dice because I don't want to lose. I mean, I'm doing this exercise, but at the same time, I don't want to lose. So please bear with me if I take more than a minute sometimes to actually transpose results. There we go. And something else I worked out. Maybe my pickup is not correct. Here we go. Nice. Aces, that's one of axis. Let's see, this is the one, yeah. Okay, so aces. One of axis. It's okay for the 3236. It's okay for the kissing set. It's okay for the hardways, all 7s. And for the 3632, it's a 7 out, I think. Let's just go to the 3632. It was implosion with this one. So rotate, implode 257. So I was right. So this is going to be interesting if I can guess everything. 3236. Let's put some bets down as well. So I think you will start understanding what sort of thought process I go through every time. I pick up the dice and I think about different things. I'm not very happy with the ace, obviously. Dice up. 314, that's secondary. Okay, so let's see. It's okay on this one, hardways is okay, 155 is okay, all 7s is okay. This one here, let's see, 32, 36, It was a 1551, 1551. This one stayed the same. This one came up 167. So this one was a red. That's out 3236. Two, 3, 5 secondary. Okay, here, 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 and here. Let's see this one. 3, 2, 3, 6. This is what happens. 1, 5, 5, 1. Hard 10 is okay. I know, I'm doing something which might bore you guys to bits. I'm doing this transposition into 6 different sort of dice sets to see whether the decisions are correct. So up to now I had one which was implosion, one off axis, and then 2 results which were on axis. So that the decision would actually be to stay the decision would be to stay on V sets. So I'm just going to put this here. You can't see. This yellow thing, which is different in color, just to show that this is a decision to stay on V sets. These are V sets, cousin V sets, kissing sets with just 1, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2. These are hardways, and these are all 7 sets. All right. Three, 2, 3, 6, dice up. Two, 4, 6 secondary. Here we go. So the decision to stay here was correct. Correct for this one. Kissing set secondary is okay. Hardware is okay. All 7s is okay. Let's check this one. Alright, so it's a 1, 5, 5, 1. And the movement of the dice was rotate here, and the 4 was here, so it was a 5, 2, 7. So again, that would have been a 7 out. So our decision to stay here is correct. On V sets, basically. There is no difference between choosing a V set, a hardware set, a kissing set of a 1, 5, 6, 5 variation, or an all 7 set for that matter. Nothing is different up to now. The only thing that would have been a poor choice would have been something like a 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 6, 4, 4, 6, 1, 4, 4, 1, things like that. I would have had 2 7 outs up to now. Come down. All right. Boxcars, that's explosion left. Okay. Let's take this down. It's okay here. It's okay on the kissing, on the hardways, on the all 7, on the 1551, but here we have to check on the 3632 because I think it's a 7 out. If we were on a 3632, what happened was explosion and rotation, explosion, rotation. Here is 3236 just to give you an idea. Rotate, explode outwards, 6-6. If you're on a 3-6-3-2, rotate, explode 5-2. So that would have been a 7 out. So our decision was still okay because we explode more than we implode. Here's going to be a little bit of a complication. The recommendation would be either to go to hardways at the moment, but it's only just been one roll, or to quarter turn the dice. In this case, at a 2-4-6-4. And I'm going to do that just to stay on this set. Dice out. One, 5, 6. The 156 was implosion of both dice. Here we go. It's okay for this set. We didn't 7 out. We wouldn't have 7 out on the 3-6-3-2. Kissing sets would have been a hard way. Same here, hard way. But the hard ways and the all 7s would have had a 7 out. Let me just explain that. Let's go to 4-2-4-2, which is the simplest. Both dice implode 6-1. If we had an all 7 set, again, implode 6-1. So we're still on the right set. But we're very worried about the 1-5. And we're going, hi Chris. Hi Brian, very nice to see you. And hi Mel again. So 3-2, 3-6. Now the 1-5 came from here. So I'm going to make sure to quarter turn my dice the other way to 5-1-3-1. Sorry, 5-3-1-3. The reason being I want to put the 7 resulting from this action at the bottom. And same here. If this comes up, I want the 2 to be at the bottom at the other end. So I'm doing the maximum I can to avoid that 7 from happening. Five, 3, 1, 3. We're still on a 3236 set, just a quarter turn towards us. That's all. Hard 6, that's a primary result. Here we go. It's okay here, it's okay here, kissing 5s, yeah. No, it's okay. It's a hard 10, the way we threw them just now. It's okay here. It's okay on the hardware set, but the primary result on the all 7s is a 7. So we're still okay on the 3V set. On the 3236 3V set. Let me just see if I can make this a little bit better for you guys. Just wondering if I can bring it here. Meh. That'd be better. Anyway, I hope you understand. Okay, so if you don't, let me just put you in the picture. This is a 3236 set. Over here at the top is a 3632, it's the cousin. Over here we have the kissing sets, which is a, let's say, 1565, which with kissing 4s. Again kissing sets, but with the 1551. So it's a quarter turn set. This one here is the hard waist set, and this one is the all 7 set. So up to now, the recommendation is to stay on this set because it has not 7'd out the 3236. According to my mechanics, it's got nothing to do with anybody else, just my mechanics, okay? That's a 246 secondary. Oops. 2-4. 2-4. All right. Here we go. What are the recommendations? Secondary is okay, secondary is okay, secondary is okay. Let's see for this one. 3-2, 3-6. It's a rotation and a rotation. For the 1551, this would have been a rotation and a rotation 527. So the recommendation still remains here. I'm on a 3236 original again. 4610, that's a secondary result. This is okay, we just threw that 4-6 is okay for a secondary on axis result. Kissing, it's okay. Hardways is okay. All 7s, secondary is okay. Let's go and check this one out. 3-2, 3-6. The 4-6 is rotation, rotation. On a 1-5-5-1, this would be rotation. Hold on. 4-6-10. 3-2. Sorry. 3-6. Rotation, rotation. Okay. So on a 1-5-5-1. Rotation, rotation. 6-1-7. So our recommendation is still the same. So the set that would have done the most damage to me for the time being is a kissing set of the variation 6-2-2-6, 1-5-5-1, 4-5-5-4, etc., etc. Anything of that, you know, of those coordinates would have done a lot of damage to me. Hey, what's up, Larry? Good to see you. I hope I'm not boring you guys, but I think it's a way for a lot of people to understand how I think. Before my next throw, I go through all these transpositions of dice to see where I am, what is the right dice set to use, and try and shoot with a little bit of confidence that my next result would not be a 7. Having said that, I'm coming down to minimum bets across. Here we go, 3-2, 3-6. Four, 3 double pitch. Okay. That's the 7 out. That's a 7 here, a 7 here. Kissing sets, it would have been a non-7 result. This one I've gone non-7. The hardware set 7 result, and the all 7 set non-7 result. So let's go and have a look and see which one is winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. This is the 3-6-3-2. So I had 3 7s in this one. The kissing sets 1, 5, 6, 5 is still going. So this is the recommendation for now. This is a 1-5-5-1. Had 4 7s. So we're to stay away from it. This is the hardware set. 1, 2 7s. Not ideal. The all 7 set. Two 7s. Not ideal. So for my mechanics, the way I am throwing, we'll have to go to this one, to the kissing sets now, and transpose from there. So this is the recommendation. I hope it's making sense. Okay. I'm so sorry about, if it's boring people, but we do this to train ourselves, and it's not a matter of being smart. It's a matter of repetition mostly. So hope that makes sense. Here we go. So we go to 1565. Why do we call them kissing sets? Because if you open them up, you will find two numbers of equal value kissing being together, basically stuck together. That is at 1565. Two, 4, 6, that's off axis. Explosion. Let's see. 1565. So we know for sure that the one off axis is okay here, here, here. Rotation, explosion, 3, 2, 3, 6. Rotation, explosion, 5, 2, 7. And 3, 6, 3, 2. Rotation, explosion, aces, so it's okay. So the recommendation is still this one. Sorry, I forgot to put the 347, 347. I put it in there. Let me just do my ATS again. $15 pass line. Hold bets 246. All right. Here we go. One, 5, 6, 5. 639, that's implosion. All right. So because it has this one, the implosion did not hurt either one of the V sets. I know that for sure, I don't need to. So this is okay. Off axis, off axis, off axis, off axis. So everything was okay. It didn't affect anything. Why do I say this? If I was on a 3236, this 6 would have been a 4. And we know that if V sets, 3 V sets, you get a 3 or a 4 in the result, and the other result is an off-axis result, it cannot be a 7. So, if I transpose again to 3236, just to prove the point, the result was a 369, 639. Okay. So, 6.3. So there was implosion here. That's the 3. And the 6 was this one, 459. On the 3632, implosion with a 4, 4610. So I know it wasn't a 7. On the hardware set, we know that one off axis cannot be a 7. All 7 sets belongs to the same family. One off axis cannot be a 7. 1565. So up to now, this is a 12, by the way. It still has not 7'd out. Dice out. Hard 8. Ah, this is interesting. This is an explosion of both dice. I know for sure it would have destroyed hardways and all 7s. Has no effect on the 3V set. On this one it would have been a 6 to 8, and on this one it would have been a 516, and on this one again hard 8, and on this one, as we have seen, it's a hard 8. The recommendation is still the same. Here we go. Let's put them back together. 1565. Explosion. Both dice 4-4. So as far as mechanics are concerned, this was the result of me pushing the dice on release, and if you push them, you expose the 8. Here we go, 1565. Dice up. Hard 4, that's a primary. That's interesting. Let's do a quick transposition. you know it's okay here, it's okay here, primary, it's okay here and here. It's okay on the hardways, but on the all sevens it's a 7 because it's a primary. Now we come down. Here we go. On 5, 6, 5. Hard 6, that's implosion of both dice. There we go. So obviously okay on this one, on this one, on this one, and this one, and it's a 7 out on the hardways and the all sevens. So the recommendation still remains on this one. I'll note that the kissing set has thrown 15 times without 7 out. Here we go, 1, 5, 6, 5. Three, 4, that's a drift. Three, 4, 7. What happened? Why were my bets off? Did I make a mistake somewhere? So I had a 6, 4, 2, which I didn't put in here. Okay. All right. I have to copy these. Go here and put the 4, 2, 6, and then go here and do the paste. So it was a come out. Okay, makes sense now. Okay, I'm glad I sort of worked it out because I thought, what's going on? Right, so that was a drift. This is no longer, it's a 7 here. Drifts are okay for V sets, for both families, and for hardways, and for all sevens. And we're still on this set, by the way. Should have something like a white one for the come out 7. No. Should recognize it. Here we go. One, 5, 6, 5. So the drift is this. It was a 3, 4, 7, right? The drift is like so. Both dice take a direction. In this case, either way, drift is 4, 3, or 3, 4. That's up. 235. 1 off axis. Alright, so we know for sure that this and that is fine. Let's go to 3236. We know this one, we know that one, 55. So this one okay, but this one must have been a 7. Let's go to 3632 and do it. So it was implosion with a rotation. 1.6, okay. And 565 ties out. Two 1-3 secondary. Now we know secondaries are okay here, we know they're okay here and okay here. Obviously they are okay here. Let's check this one out, 1551. So 2-1 and 1565 is this rotation, rotation. Rotation, rotation, would have been a hard, well, would have been a 12, so it's fine. Good. We're still here. One 5, 6, 5. Two 6 8. That's a 7. For the 1551. It has to be. This is secondary on axis. It's fine for this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's obviously okay for the one that we're throwing. Let's go and check out 1565. So it's rotation, sorry, just one rotation, 2-6, right? Yeah. 1551, one rotation is 167, so that's a no. Here we go, 1565. Six 3 9. That's implosion of the right die. It's an okay result because it contains a 6, which is sitting at the bottom of a V set. So makes all the results okay. There is no result in which it's a 7. Hey Jen, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. So we're on a 1565 set. It's a kissing 4 set, as we said. We say that they're kissing because exposing what is touching between the two dice is 4 and 4. Here we go, 1565. Nice up. Six, 4, 10. That's explosion right with a 6, which would sit at the bottom of a V set. It's fine. Okay, so V sets are okay. These are okay because it's one of axis. We're still going for it. Here we go. One, 5, 6, 5. Four, 5, 9. Okay, that may be a 7 on one of the sets. 4, 5, 9. It's explosion left. So I think it's a 7 on the 3632. Let's go and examine the explosion left means this. It's rotation explosion, so it's a 5-2 on this particular set. For the rest of the sets, including the 3236, 1551, hardways, all 7s, one of axis is perfect, it's okay. One, 5, 6, 5. Nice up. That was a drift and a double pitch, top side 6-6. This is what happened to our 3-2-3-6 before with our 3-4-7. And it's happening now because we drifted the dice to a double pitch. So that means what? Double pitch top side is a 7 for the 3-2, a 7 for the 3-6-3-2, a 7 for the hardway set, a non-7 here, a non-7 here, and of course a non-7 for this one. Here we go. This is what happened, 1565, double pitch, 6-6. Two, 5. Again double pitch, but this time detrimental to this particular set. 2-5-7. Alright, so let's examine what damage this does. 2-5-7. It's actually a non-7 result on the 3-2-3-6. Because it just changes the 2 to a 5, making it a 5-6 yo. This one is a a 6, sorry, it's a 213. This one is a non-7 result. Let me just bring some more greens. On a 1551, this becomes a 213. For this one, it was a 7, obviously. For this one, a double pitch is a 7. This one just became, sorry, this one just became a hard way. All right, so let's go and see who is the preferred set now. This is a 3V set, 3236, has 2 7s. This is a 3632, it has 3 7s. This is a 1551, 2 7s. Two 7s for the 1565. One was a come out. Yeah, this one had 2. This is the hardware set. It had 2 4 7s. This one was the all 7 set. It had 3 7s. So between the two sets of choice would have been these two. I would not go with the 1551 because the proximity to the 7 for me is just not worth it. So I would go either 3V set or 1565 kissing. What are the options here? The options here are to have a look at the numbers. Except, did I have a lot of on-axis numbers or not? So 4-2 was off-axis, 6-3 off-axis, 4-4 explosion, both off-axis 2-2 primary, 3-3 implosion, both. 3-4-7 was a drift, a non-7 result for the V sets. 2-3 was one off axis, 2-1 secondary, 2-6 secondary, 6-3 off axis, 6-4 off axis, 4-5 off axis, 6-6 double pitch, and 2-5 double pitch. So the idea of choosing becomes much easier. We have to stay with the 1565 because it provides more off-axis results. Okay guys, just give me a minute, I'll be right back. Sorry about this. Okay, sorry about that. So we stick with the 1565, which is a kissing set. It could be any set, it could be a 1363. Let's try that. It's got kissing fives inside. It's just gonna be different numbers coming up. That's Hey, hi Jacob, good to see you, man. So, what we're doing here is actually just throwing one set and transposing it into different sets. Let me see if I can go somewhere else. Yeah, okay. So, what we're doing here is choosing one set and transposing it to different sets to see whether our decision making is correct or not in the long run, or whether we transition correctly or not. And for the time being, the 1565 has shown that it would have only 7'd out at 24 rolls. So the mechanics are showing, do I trust it now? Should I go forward with it? And the answer is still yes. Let's go forward with the 1565 because of all these calculations, all these transpositions that we're doing in our head when we're there at the casino and knowing, that it's the best set for us according to everything else, according to all the sevens that, the rest of the numbers are giving us. So 1363 could be any set, okay? Let's just go back on our ATS and let's do our numbers. So I just want to see something else. Okay, Richard had a message there. I made a mistake with the come outs and all that. Forgive me. Here we go, 1363, kissing fives. It's important for me to say these kissing fives and whatever so that I can quickly understand what happened to the dice. That's a 4-2-6. That's implosion of the right die. And that is a 7 on one of the two resets. All right, here we go. 1 off axis, the 2 is off axis, so these are okay. 4-2, 1-3-6-3. Let's do what happened. 1-3-6-3. It's a rotation and an implosion. So I think on a 3-2-3-6. No, 3-6-3-2. Rotation, implosion. Yeah, 1-6-7. So this one is okay. This one would have been a 7 out. And we continue. One, 3, 6, 3. Kissing fives. Five, 3, 8. That's explosion of the left die. That's why we say kissing fives, to remember that the fives and the twos are off axis. Oops, sorry. 5, 3, 8. All right. So we know for sure these ones are okay. And I know this one is okay, so this one has to be the 7. 2 7s in a row for this one. Let me just demonstrate that. 3 6 3 2. We had explosion of this die. So rotate, explode 5 2. So we know not to use this set. If you go to 3V sets, to use this cousin, which has this number, and this one is represented by this one and this one here. That's something to put at the back of our minds if we get to 1363, 1363 kissing fives. One 5 6. That's explosion of the right die with the top side ace. So we know it would not affect any one of our sets. I know that for sure. Why? Because this represents a 3 or a 4 on a V set, which we know that if we have on a 3V set, for example, if you get the top or the bottom die with an off axis, it's a non-7 result. So that was easy. 1 3 6 3. So okay, that was a point made. Dice out. That's a 1 4 5. That's axis. Secondary. The only thing that we need to worry about is this set here. The other 5 are okay. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. And of course this is okay. But this one I have to check. 1 3 6 3 became 1 4. If I was on a 1 3 3 1, 1 6 would have been a 7. So it would have been a 7. Okay, here we go. Cool. 1 3 6 3 kissing fives. Three 5 8. That's explosion of the right die. This is okay, this is okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, this would have been a hard 4 for the 3V set, 3 2 3 6, but this is going to be a 7. Sorry, this one should be okay, but this one is going to be a 7. Let's do a 3 6 3 2. 3 5, it's an explosion with this. So it's rotate, explode, 6 1. Let me see, how many rows is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the 4, 2, that's implosion with a 4. It's up in a 7, I think, on this 3, 6, 3, 2. Yes, implosion 7, 5, 3, 8. Hmm. 5, 3, another 7, 1, 6, sorry, 1, 5, 6, non 7, 1, 4, non 7, and 3, 5. 3, 5, 7. Sorry guys. Everything has 5 on it, so it's cool. One, 3, 6, 3. Four, 2, 6. It's a front line. Just put that in. The 2 is off axis, so that's okay. What am I doing here? Made a mistake here, guys. Sorry. So sorry. The 2 is off axis. 5 is off axis. 5 is off axis. 4, 5, 3, 1, 5, 1, 4. Made a mess of it. So the 1, 4 is what? 1, 3, 6, 3, 1, 4, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 6, 7. So we're up to the 1, 4. Then the 3, 5 is off axis. It's okay. The 4, 2 is off axis. It's okay. So I must have messed things up here. 4, 2 is an out here. Alright. So sorry about this, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I think for those of us who want to become better, I think we should be challenging ourselves to go a little bit deeper into this sort of transposition, which is I don't know whether I should call it high level. It sounds arrogant, but it does take a bit of studying of your results, and that's why I always try to say look at your results. Look at your results. Alright, so I'm coming down, hold down. I'm doing my cross. Here we go. Kissing 5, so 1, 3, 6, 3. Hard 8. Okay, that's the primary. This would have been a warning sign for me to change sets. People would actually celebrate this as being a good result. In fact, we would prefer it if it wasn't like so. Here we go. That's a primary. It's okay here, okay here, okay here, okay here, and of course here. Primary result from the all 7 set is a 7 out. There we go. So 1, 3, 6, 3. Just got a hard 8, that's all. I will go to V sets because I would be more afraid of the on-axis results as opposed to anything else. Dice out. For 2, 6. That's implosion of the left eye. Alright, so we know for sure that all 7s and the hard waves is okay. This one is off axis, 1 is cool. This one is okay. Let's check these out. 4, 2, 6. It's implosion. This one is okay, but this one again, it's a 7. I don't know whether it's making any sense to actually see that there are certain sets to be avoided as opposed to sets which are preferable. This is, this is the idea. We try to optimize in the sense, sound like a bloody consultant. What we're trying to do is to avoid as much as possible the 7 by getting as far away from it as possible with the sets that we use. 1, 3, 6, 3. And it's just an alignment between the sets and the way we throw our mechanics of the day. Here we go, dice out. 1, 3, 6, 3. Six, 2, 8. That's explosion again. Sorry, implosion of the right die. 6, 2. But because it contains a 6, we know that our V sets are okay as well. If it contains a 6 or a 1, it should be okay when you transpose it to V sets. So everything is good with every set. For these 4 sets, the result is okay because it's got the 2 in it, which is an off-axis result. And as we know, for kissing sets and hardways, off-axis results are non-7. One off-axis is a non-7. And for the V sets, we know that if we have on a 3, 2, 3, 6, for example, if we hit a 3 or a 4 in our results, and one off axis, any sort of off axis, either this or this, it cannot be a 7. So by transposition, having the 1, 3 and the 6, 3, we know the 1s and the 6s are the tops and the bottoms. So any result on the V-sets would have been a non-7 result. And this is the difficult part of the transposition, remembering all these different sort of rules that are right in front of you. It's not me telling you it's the dice, the way they were designed. One, 3, 6, 3. But the difference between what Larry is saying and Wager is the fact that I tried to devise a method, a set of rules, which I have it here. I'm not sure. I think I have it here. Nope. Here. So this one will actually guide you. If you throw a few times, then every 2 rolls you may actually look at this chart and say, well, my last result was off axis, one off axis, the other one was on axis. Where do I go from here? What is the set of preference? And it can actually guide you to something which will potentially prolong your roll. It doesn't give you any guarantees about what sort of results you're going to get, but just to avoid the 7, that's what we're trying to do, based on your results, and based on your results of the last 2 throws, which reflect your latest mechanics. Here we go, 1, 3. 6, 3. 5, 3. That's explosion of the left die. Oh, sorry about that. 5, 3, 8. All right, so it's a 1, 3, 6, 3. What happened? Rotation, explosion. On a 3, 6, 3, 2. Rotation, rotation, explosion, 7. And the rest are okay. On the 3v3, 2, 3, 6 is a hard 4. We know that 1 off axis, 1 off axis, 1 off axis, 1 off axis is cool on every other set. This is my biggest, how should I put this? Complain about when I see people at a craps table and they stick to one set because it's their set, and they believe that at the real casino it's the right time for you to mess with your mechanics to make the set work. I believe that is not the right way to go about it, unless your mechanics are really screwed up, unless you're double pitching. I would prefer for you to explore different dice families of sets as opposed to just going through your V sets and making them work for you. It's not going to happen because your mechanics are not going to work. You're better off exploring either the cousins of those V sets, or at the very least just use something like hardways or kissing sets and see how your results differ. 1, 3, 6, 3. Nice up. One 6, that's a primary, and that's a 7 out for this one. Okay, so let's see what happens here. It's a 7 for the all 7 set because it was primary. It's a 7 for this set, obviously. And it's a non-7 for the 1551, non-7 for the 3236. It's a hard 6. Same here, hard 6 or, yeah, hard 6. So let's see who did what here. So this is the 3236. It's non-7. This is the kissing set, the one that we just used with 1 7 out. This is the 3632. It's another cousin of the 3V set, but look, because of the mechanics, it had 5 7s. This is a 1551, another variation of the kissing set, only 1 7. Hardways, no 7s. We never double pitched, we just went off axis 1. All 7 sets, we had 2 primaries. So, where do we go from here? It's hardways. I would trust hardways more than the V set, the 3236 set at this point in time. The reason is the way I have been throwing the dice. I had a lot of one off axis. And it could have gone either way. For the 3V, could have been an implosion as opposed to an explosion. So hardways are up now. Now you know me, I don't really care about which hardware set I'm going to use. I just want to use a set which has enough pips to guide me. So that would exclude the aces, the 2s and the 3s. So I would use something like 6s, 5s, or 4s on the top so that I have good guidance. So I would use something like a 4-1-4-1, I don't care, or a 6-4-6-4, or something like a 5-1-5-1, because I want to be able to place my fingers, especially the middle finger, and be able to judge that I'm 50-50. Try doing that on the aces. It's very difficult because there are no pips close to the edges where your middle finger is touching. Or the 2s, well, go 1 I guess. So the 6s, I mean, it's perfect. There's so many choices, but it just gets a little bit busy, that's all. The 5s, the same. So the best one for me is like something 4-1-4-1, 4-2-4-2, doesn't matter. 4-2, 4-2, 4-6, 4-6, really doesn't matter. 4-5, 4-5. Here we go. Hardways, 4-1, 4-1. Shall I do the 4-2? Let's do 4-2, 4-2. Okay. Here we go. 4-2, 4-2. Nice. hard 6, that's a primary. Let me just put my ATS up. Okay. All right. So we know that 2 out of 6 are going to be 7s. So this one is okay. This one is okay. This one is okay, and this one is okay. But for the 1363 is a 617. For the all 7s, depending on which variation, a primary result is a 7. So there we go. 4-2, 4-2. So for the V sets, the result was a hard 8 for both of them. Six-one, that's implosion of both dice. It was a 4 somewhere there. It was turned like that, sorry. So I just want to show you what happened here. This is the set 4-2, 4-2. There was a rotation and then implosion of both dice to a 6-1. All right, so we 7'd out here. We 7'd out here, and the rest were okay. This is a hardware result. Hardware result. 6-1 would have been like a 1-5-6 on this one and a 2-6-8 on this one. So we're still going to stay on this because we could say this was a fluke. Let's try not to do that again. Let's reset. Just going to lower my toss a little bit. Make sure my thumb is not pushing dice. Dice out. 1, 3, 4. 1 of axis, okay. Forgot to put ATS. Take care, Jacob. Sorry about oh crap. Sorry if I made this difficult to watch or anything. One of axis is okay. This is what we want. So the 4 of these are okay, 1 off. And these are okay as well because it contained the 3. Three, 5, 8, secondary. Alright, so what do I know? I know this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Of course, this is okay. Let's check this one. 4-2, 4-2, let's say rotate here, rotate here. Was okay, non-7. Alright, cool. This out. Four two. 4-6-10 off axis 6. Explosion right. Because the result contained a 4, the B sets are safe. These are okay. This is 1 off axis with a 6, okay, and this is 1 off axis, so that's okay. So all the sets were okay. Boxcars, that's a drift. Okay, here comes the 2 7s. If you drift the kissing set, it's a 7. The rest are okay. That was easy enough, right? 4-2, 4-2. Five, 4 secondary. I know 5 out of the 6 sets are okay. Secondary 3 is fine, it's fine. All 7 secondary is fine. This one is fine. 1 5 6 5 is fine, but this one I have to check. 1 5 5 1, for example, was a 5 4, so this one stays here. This one comes up. Sorry, 4 2 4 2. Excuse me. We got a 5 4. 5 4. The 4 is here. The 5 is here on the 2 5 7. So I was right. It's a 7. Okay. Cool. 4-2, 4-2. Two, 3, 5, secondary. Right. So if the 5-4 was a 7, the 2-3 is a 7 for this set as well. The rest are cool. Secondary on axis, secondary on axis, secondary, secondary, and secondary on axis. Cool. Four, two dice out. So our database now is thinking V-sets are a good proposition the way we're trying. Five, 6. Five, 6 yo. Apparently that's the tall. I didn't see that. And I wasn't on it. Right, so it's one off axis. So these are okay. But one of the two is not okay. So the 4-2, 4-2. It's a rotation, an explosion here. On a 3-6-3-2, it's a rotation, explosion here, so that should be fine. But for this 3-2, 3-6, let's do it 3-2, 3-6, rotation, explosion, 5-2-7. Okay, so we did mark it correctly. Here we go, 4-2, 4-2. Six, 5 yo. All right. There's a different 6-5. Now we know that it's one of axis, therefore for sure these are okay. But now you have to do 3-2, 3-6 to see whether rotate, which is here and here, 6-5 aces, okay. 3-6, 3-2, rotate, 2-5. That would have been a 7 here. All right. Four, two, dice out. Two, 6, 8. Right, because we had one of axes, we know that this, and this are cool. And one of these two is a 7. 3, 2, 3, 6. 2, 6, 8, right? This one is the one result, this one is the other. So hard for here. It has to be a 7 here. Let me just explain it to you. 3, 6, 3, 2. The 6 is here, the explosion is here, 6, 1, 7. All right. Dice out 4, 2, 4, 2. Hard 8, that's a primary. 5 out of 6 are safe. Sorry, 4 out of 6 are safe. This is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Okay, this is not okay. It's an all 7 set, it's just 7 out on a primary, and this is a 1, 6, 7 result. So sorry guys, I have to put everything a bit closer to you because it's moved. All right, we're on a 4-2-4-2 set. We just got a primary result. We know for these two sets was a hard 6 result. We know from a 1-5-6-5 perspective, this is a top side result, which is a 1-6-7. This one was a 1-5 result. This one was an all 7 result, primary, and this one was the hard 8 that we got. Dice out. One, 6, 7. That's what? Explosion both guys. That's that. 6. Again, as you can see, the hard 8 was still here, so it wasn't that bad. We'll find the hard 10 here. Alright, so let's see what it means here. No 7, no 7, no 7, no 7, and 7 and 7 for both of these. So 3V set 3, 2, 3, 6 has 1, 7. Three, 6, 3, 2 has 2 7s. That's the kissing set. 1, 5, 6, 5 has 2 7s. Hardways 1 7 right at the end. All 7s, 2 7s. And the 1, 5, 5, 1, it's got 3 7s. So which one do we go for? Based on our last two results, I would go for the V set, back to a 3, 2, 3, 6. It's got 1 7, and this one has 1 7. I'm tempted to go back to V sets. I just want to have a look and see what's. I haven't looked at SOR, SRR, whatever, but things are looking okay. The SRR is about 33% higher than what I would have had if I was a random shooter. Is that due to my decision making or not? I believe it is. To some extent, it is. As my mechanics developed throughout this session, you see how things change and how I avoid sevens on the previous selection of sets that I had. The idea at the end of the day is to be able to not stick to one set, but to switch all the time, to go to different sets and be proactive in avoiding the occurrence of the seven. See what we did here, 72%, 60% is inside, 4s and 10s, not so good. The horns are quite low, field is quite low, 6 and 8 basically, just giving the finger to everything else. That's actually the result of just using one set more than anything. Alright, so I'm tempted to go back to a 3V set and use it in its original format 3236. Let's try it. Let's see. There we go. Six one. That's explosion of my left eye. I haven't put an ATS up, so just give me a chance. Sorry, 6-1. Let me just put that there. Let me just repeat last and put 5-5. 10-10. Let's go 10-10. Okay, we go the 6-1. Let's lose that. And let's go back. Three, 2, 3, 6, 6-1 explosion. What I would do is just keep the same. That would have been okay. 2, 4, 6, 4. Four, 2, 6 explosion 2. That's okay. Explosion. So everything is fine on all the sets. Dice out. 2, 4, 6, 4. Yo drift. That was a bad throw. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. These are 7s. Kissing sets will suffer there. Five, 6, that's a double pitch. Okay on both. It's okay here. It's okay here. It's a 7 here. A non-7 here. Let me just do this again. And 1, 5, 6, 5. Quarter turn. It's a 7. Okay, so I was right. So we have to go back to 3, 2, 3, 6. Hopefully I won't double pitch. Nice out. 4, 2, 6. That's a front line. Okay. That's explosion. But because of the 4, that means this is okay, this is okay, explosions are okay, okay across. That's out. Two, 4, 6 the right way, secondary. Secondary is okay. Let's see this one. 3, 2, 3, 6 is a rotation. 1, 2, 2, 1, let's say. It's rotation, 7. Three, 2, 3, 6, that's out. Three, 1, 4, secondary. It's okay here. This is okay. Secondary is okay. Okay here. Let's check this one again. 3, 2, 3, 6 is rotation here. 3, 2, 2, 3. Rotation is a 3, 4, 7. That's a 7 for that one. Two, 5, 7. Okay. That's implosion of the right die. The rest are okay. Had 2 7s on this, which were off axis. 2, 4, 6, 8 on the 3, 6, 3, 2, non-7s. We haven't 7'd out yet on that. We had 2 7s from drifts, I think mostly. Had 3 7s on the 1, 5, 5, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. No 7s on the hard ways. 2, 4, 6, 8. This one has, okay, everything has 8. Had one more anyway. Okay, doc. So how many rolls is that? That's a 56. Again, you know, even if I failed, I did not fail that badly because I did manage to produce a few 6s, a 4. I could get you off the table with 2 hits and down. So that's important as well. Hi Antonio, good morning. The idea is this: if I can manage to blend everything together and sort of change sets or dice set family on the go as I'm throwing the dice, then I can extend that 10, that 14, that 11 into 10 plus a 14 potentially, making it a 24, plus an 11, making it a 35. Things like that, you know, this is the idea. Let's try it out now. This is going to be the combination of what we've been doing. And just changing the sets. As we are going along, you know, just trying to see which one we're going to use next based on our results. I'm just going to have this and move it around so that, you know, it's going to take, you know, the decision basically. So what's the decision right now? The decision is to go back to hardware set. All right, let's go with a 4-2-4-2 easy. Let's change the dice. We want to get a real casino, so let's change the dice, make them both red, and try and take decisions based on dice tracking, I would say. Here we go, 4-2-4-2. Hard 8 for 4, that's a primary. Oh crap, let me just repeat my bets. Hope that's 4-4. Just show you the result. All right, so the first result actually makes me want to go to 3V sets. I'm going to hold back on that for 2 results. 4-2, 4-2. Here we go. For 6-10. That's one off axis and a primary, one off axis and a primary. Top side, I could take a chance, I guess, go to 4-6, 4-2. That's a 4-1-5. Got the 4 out of it. Whoops. 4-1. 4-1-5. That was an implosion, so we're shifting to hard ways. 4-2, 4-2. 4-6-10. One off axis, but we had a 4 involved. Oh, let's say explosion of the right die for 6. So our choice is to stay on the hardware set. Dies out for 2-4-2. Like the side movement. 6-5 yoke. This would have been a 7 out on something. 6-5. Okay, it would have been aces for our 3-2-3-6 set. That's still, you know, it's an implosion. I don't like it. I would stay away from it. As you can see, my 4-2-4-2 is yielding extreme numbers with a 6 involved. Now, usually at the normal table, normal craps table, these numbers may not be as attractive, but on a crapless, it's a different story. Dice out. Ah! Don't get caught. Double pinch. 3-4. It would have been a 7 out on my 3V set as well. With a top side double pinch. Now, the other sets were not even in the picture. So, automatically, we have to go to 1-5-6-5. What did I give you? I gave you a 10, a 5, a 10, and a yo. Not a lot to go on. Hey Brian, you're welcome. So we adjust. We double pitched top side. So I guess we can go top side double pitched and see how that treats us. Repeat last. Let's go. One 5, 6 5 is a kissing set. Five 6 or 6 5 yo. It's not really inspiring me to stay on this, but is a secondary. It's telling me to go here. That's out. Box cross, that's a double pitch. Okay. I have to be careful with this one. I don't know what to say. I have to go to double pitch the V sets now. So from a 3-2-3-6, we'll go to a 3-2-4-1. May God have mercy on my soul. Four 6-10. That's secondary. I'll take that. Two for one dice up. One, 3, 4. That was off axis. Dice out. Two, 4, 6, secondary. 6459. Five is implosion. Coming down. Hedging the 8. And changing, going to this set. So it's a 3632 because of the implosions. We're going to double pitch again. 3645. Excuse me. Nice out. One six. That was a big mistake. Would have been a hard 10 if I left it alone, but never mind. I just panicked, made the wrong decision. Did you guys make money? I hedged. I don't know whether, I made $200 on that 7 because I hedged it with an 8. So 11, 12, 10, 4, 6, 9. At least people playing the inside make the 6 and 9, 2 hits and down. 69 rolls. Okay. SOR still holding. 68.1, 52 inside, 15.9 for some 10s. Here we go. Recommendation is hard ways. Dice out. Excuse me. Five, 6. Aces, drift, one, 3, 4. 628. Six, 4, 10. One, 4, 5. Was it 4? Okay. One of axis is okay. Two, 5 double pitched. Short. I think that's enough. 76 drops to 6.9, which puts us at 15% better than random on the SRR. 8.4 is below random for our shots, but 8 shots is good enough, I guess, to Kohoku. I'm gonna stop here if you don't mind, you guys. I have a lot of things to do today, and anyway, I just hope that through this stream, I gave you some ideas about the way I'd like to think about dice setting and the choices that we make, the decisions that we make in order to prolong our roles. Obviously, it wasn't the best demonstration how to change dice families at the end, but I guess this is what I would use. I want to say thank you to everyone joining. Thank you so much, guys, and hope you learned something from it, or take away something. Learn is just a very big word. I'm just sharing my ideas and what I believe to be valid, as opposed to things which are maybe not. But there's also always one particular thing which is very important for you to sort of understand what I'm saying. The important bit is consistency. If you're not consistent, then anything I mentioned here is not valid. This particular surface is making it very, very difficult for me to prove that, but yeah. You're welcome, Larry, and everyone. Thank you so much for joining on Crapsee. Let's just go and have a look at Crapsee and see what everyone did. I'm not that involved, to be honest, but let's just, here we go. So Larry's up 462, well done, sir. Mike Dice 400. Myself, I lost quite a bit of money yesterday, probably up a little bit today. Antonio is up, Big Money is up, well done. Blue Jay, Coffee Land, Tito is doing okay. I think quite a few people are doing okay. Jan 1277, okay. Mrs. Big Money 192, Uncle Hoku. I'm sure there's going to be a comeback. It's just not going to happen now, unfortunately. I have to stop. So thank you so much, guys. Brian, when is the last day to enter the tournament? It's end of this month, I guess. So we'll start shooting. We'll start the qualifiers first week of March. So hopefully people can join us until then. We're looking at 40 to 50 people taking part for the qualifiers. Those people are going to be shooting 3 times on their table, and each session, from each session we're going to take the best one and start the ranking. If people have equal ranks, then we're going to take the average of each person and rank them like that. And if that again happens to give an equal result, then those 2 or 3 people who are in equal thing will shoot again to determine who goes through to the 32. And then from then it's 32 to 16, 16 to 8, 8 to 4, and then there's not going to be a semi-final, there's not going to be a 3rd and 4th place, it's just going to be 1 and 2. Bring back the don't pass. Well, from tomorrow I'm going back to the regular table. So Tito, you have a chance to shoot on that or bet on that. All right, guys. So thank you so much for your time. Have a great Saturday. Mine is just beginning. Thanks, Aaron.